Good morning, friends. Welcome to Take Two for this Tuesday, the 22nd of January, 2019. I'm Jeannie. I'm so glad to be with you. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late this morning. I had a crazy early morning, had a lot of things to do, so if I'm just a few minutes running late, I know you'll forgive me and love me anyway. But today I want to talk to you very briefly. I don't have any props. I don't have anything extra with me. It's just something that's deep in my heart that I want to share with you, my friends. And that is how you can have victory and you could still persist despite obstacles you might be going through. Now, me personally, right now in my personal life, thank God everything's good with Michael. It's not anything like that. Something completely separate. But I am going through a huge obstacle right now of something that needs to be done, something that needs to be taken care of. And it just seems to me that constantly, whatever road I seem to be going down to try to get this taken care of, there seem to be roadblocks everywhere I go. And you know, sometimes in this life, you're traveling this road and you know you need to get from point A to point B, but there's just rocks, there's potholes, there's cracks, there's detours, and you just say to yourself, is this ever going to end? Am I ever going to get to my desired completion of this? And sometimes we stop and think, okay, well, maybe it's the actual journey. Maybe that's the destination. Maybe it's the journey of where I'm going. That's, you know, the things that happen because it's all helping to shape me and help me grow in my life. This morning I had the radio on as I was getting ready to come and do this segment, and I was listening to Johnny Erickson Tata. Now, any of you who know her life, she's a remarkable woman. She's just right about my age, maybe a little bit older. And when she was 17 years old, she was in a tragic diving accident in Chesapeake Bay up in Maryland, excuse me. And she fell and she cracked her neck, and it made her a quadriplegic. Now, nothing stopped her. I mean, now she went through a very, very rough patch of many years of depression and counseling and all this, because here she was. She thought she had a great life ahead of her. She was getting ready to go to college and do this, that, and the other, and suddenly she finds herself crippled basically from the neck down. And she thought to herself, how on earth can I ever do anything to help anybody in this world or to help myself? And she went through a very, very bad patch of, oh, woe is me, my life is worth nothing, etc., etc. Well, needless to say, how do I know her? Never met the woman face to face, but she is somebody who single-handedly has helped shape me, helped me realize there are times where my obstacles seem like pebbles compared to the boulders she's had to go around in her life. And she announced on the radio this morning that she is going through her second bout of cancer. Now imagine this. Imagine being a person who has no feeling in their legs or their arms or their midsection or their feet or anything, or their internal organs. How can you know if something is wrong? You know when you have a tummy ache. You know when you have a toothache. You know if you've stubbed your toe and your toe is broken or hurt. You can say, hey, I think my toe is broken, and go to a doctor and get it taken care of. But if you are crippled from the neck down and have no feeling in your nerves, you don't know. So she is constantly back and forth to doctors, I'm sure, and she's being examined. And she went through, 8 years ago, breast cancer. She beat it. She had surgeries and chemotherapies, etc., and she beat it. She carries on with this remarkable ministry of encouragement that she has. She's had a radio program for years and years called Johnny and Friends, and she also has another one called Diamonds in the Dust. Both, I may add, can be heard on RAM FM, WRMZ.org. And we're just so pleased to be able to partner with her in her ministry on our station, because what she has to say is just so encouraging. And you know, some years ago, about 35 years ago, she got married, and she married a remarkable man named Ken Tata, and he is there as her primary caregiver and her helpmate and her partner for life, and he is an amazing human being. And he is there helping her every step step along the way. And he said, Johnny, we're going to get through this. We are going to beat this second bout of cancer. There was a tumor removed, and now she's going through radiation. So how does somebody go on like that? Well, let me tell you, listening to her on the radio this morning, I'm sure she has her moments, don't get me wrong, but listening to her this morning talking about how this makes her stronger. The weaker she is, the stronger she is. And I think about that Bible verse that says, when I am weak, I am strong. And you say, well, that doesn't make any sense. How could you be strong when you're weak? Well, that's like saying, when I am short, I am tall. Well, if you think about it, some people might be only 5 feet, but they walk tall. And I think that's what that means. So even though you are weak, you could very well be strong, because if you take those obstacles, if you take those challenges, if you take them, make them work for you, that it is something that makes you stronger. That is the key. So persisting through obstacles. Now, am I still going to get forlorn sometime when I think that I've taken a step forward and 2 back? Yes, I am. I know I am, because I am a very emotional person. But those words this morning were so encouraging to me that Johnny said on the radio, that I said, look, if she could be grateful for what's happening to her through her cancer journeys by saying they're just causing me to be stronger, if she could be, then I could be stronger through the obstacles that I am enduring. And let me tell you something, when I hear about the challenges that she's gone through in her life, mine seem minuscule. So be encouraged, boys and girls. Go be a blessing to somebody today, the way Johnny was a blessing to me on the airwaves this morning. Go be a blessing. You may end up being the only one who is. And don't forget also to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'll be a blessing to me. Go to JEANNESIGLER and hit that subscribe button. Okay, everybody, I love you all very much. And don't forget to also tune in to WRMZ.org. I am going to look at life very differently today because of her words. And I am going to look at my challenges and look at them not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow in my life. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow for Hump Day. Bye-bye.